Hi everyone, this is Heidi, and this week we have all these incredible autumn olives that are ripe all over the land, and we've been enjoying them for a couple of weeks now. They're these little red berries with white dots, and they're they're a little bit astringent. They're edible, obviously. They're kind of sour, but they have a sweet aftertaste. And anyways, the kids love them, and they have one of the ways we identify them is this the back side of the leaves is a little bit silvery, you can see there. And it makes a really good material for building fairy houses. So it happens to be growing all over the land here because it's just a little bit invasive, but it's also yummy. So we welcome it here. But, this is the time of year when nature reminds us how much it really provides for us. Often our gardens this time of year are overflowing with produce. And maybe you've got so many zucchinis that you're giving them away to neighbors because you don't know what to do with them. So, but nature doesn't just provide food for us. It provides medicine that we need. It provides our shelters. If you look around your house right now, you might be able to distinguish some materials that came right from perhaps a forest somewhere. Or if you look down at what you're wearing, your clothing came right from nature. Probably this is my sweater here is made out of wool. So this orange wool at one point probably wasn't orange, and it was growing on the back of a sheep somewhere. And if some of those materials, they're harder to distinguish. Like if you've got on a fleece sweatshirt, fleece doesn't grow on a tree somewhere, but it's manufactured from materials from the earth that came from the earth. So we are indebted to the planet. Often in our modern culture, we walk around and we're very often taking and consuming, and we don't very often slow down enough to offer thanks and gratitude and just acknowledge how much we are provided for. So that's our task this week, is to bring some intentional gratitude to everything that we harvest and consume in life. In many indigenous cultures, the custom is to not only make offering of gratitude, but to also start by asking permission before harvesting anything. Especially if you're out harvesting plant medicine. There's a good friend of mine, an herbalist friend, who she tells a story of when she was a new young herbalist, and she discovered this plant that she had been wanting the medicine for. She found it on a city lot over in Minneapolis, and she was really excited. And so she followed her mentor's instructions and showed up with a humble heart and asked permission. And she received a big no. She felt sort of this kind of tightness that the answer was no. And she was kind of like, well, but I came with a humble heart, and I really want this medicine for my friend who needs it, and the answer was no. And so she honored that no, and she was kind of confused about it, but sure enough, a week later it was revealed, I think it was in the local paper, that city lot had been contaminated by a factory nearby, and so the soil in that area had been polluted, and that plant medicine would have taken up that pollution into the leaves of the plant, into the medicine, and so that medicine would have been tainted. And she had no way of knowing that, but she honored the no. So that's just one of the many reasons why it's important to ask permission. But if the answer is yes, traditionally an offering would be made, whether it's with tobacco is a very traditional offering with many native cultures, and it's a plant that can carry the prayers of gratitude, but if you don't have that with you, simple words of gratitude, simple like thank you, is a very simple way to honor that exchange. Or maybe you've got some water with you, your water bottle, and you can sprinkle a little bit on the roots to help the plant grow. There's, maybe you can brainstorm some other ways that you can offer gratitude. So that is our mission this week, to bring a little bit of intentionality to honoring the exchange of what it means for us to walk this planet. So I look forward to hearing your stories. Have fun.